At the end of a long day, a traveling salesman spent the evening flirting with the cocktail waitress in the hotel lounge. It was getting near closing time. He pulled up his attaché case and put it on the counter. And he said, "If I had $20,000 in cash here, would you spend the night with me if I offered to give it to you?" She'd had a few drinks and she giggled. She says, "$20,000? You seem like a nice guy." "Yeah, I guess I would." He says, "How about some fellatio for $20? "What do you think I am?" He says, "We already settled that. Now we're just haggling." And typically at this point in a DVD or a video, there's an FBI warning. "We'll sick the FBI on you if you make copies." And as everybody knows, in practical terms, that's a very empty threat. And combined with that, many people think that people who are in the magazines or doing videos are making a lot of money. And this is my vehicle. It's in the don't laugh, it's paid for kind of a category. Real contact stick fighting, or martial arts in general, is not the path to great wealth. It's a path of heart and passion for most of us who do it. And if you think that we've been treating you fairly, we'd like to ask that you treat us fairly and to not make copies. Thank you. You know, suing no one, no reason, for nothing, no how, no why applies to everyone here in this room. This is not a controlled environment. Someone can swing a stick and it can go flying. It could whack one of you. If you have small children here, you need to keep that in mind. The fight can go flying. It can land in the audience there. So we need to keep these things in mind. So the no suing no one for no reason, nothing, no how, no way applies to everybody here. That's part of the deal. So let's see, what else do I need to cover? Where's the camera? Tell the folks at home how you feeling.
I feel great. I feel like
So
we can go again.
It's like up here. So your consciousness, it's just a lot of blood there. All right, well that's what you take care of. You're done for the day.
When you get cut, I've seen guys like that, really, and just come squirting out. Harlan.
I saw it gushing out.
Oh yeah, you see guys get cut and you see it squirting out like that. That's pretty dramatic.
My name is Marc Denny. I'm 52 years old. My dog brother name is the Crafty Dog. I'm the guiding force of the Dog Brothers, and I'm here today in my capacity as head instructor of Dog Brother Martial Arts, helping out Girl Benjamin Lonely Dog Rittner. Each weapon has its own characteristics. If I were using a little weapon like this, for example, against an unarmed man, we're going to assume Benjamin here is a 280-pound brute, I'm not going to be doing large bubble type of motions the way I would perhaps be doing with a larger stick. If I have a larger stick, it's going to be more big motions like this as I try to keep him off me. With a stick like this, I do this, the motions are too big, and at some point he won't enter, and I haven't used the characteristics of this weapon. Something like this, typically, I'm going to be looking to use this hand more, and boom, boom. See, as he tries to rush, see, I'm going to be warning him off, try to rush, boom, boom, pop him in here with a little hardwood stick. This can be a finalizer right there. Or if he's like thinking, boom, I'm going to try and break the wrist, break the hand right there. Different characteristic of movement than if I have something like this. If I'm trying to do that game with a heavy stick like this, it's not going to work. Material we're working today is going to be designed to use a larger stick. In many of the Filipino systems, it is received wisdom that one does not kick, or at least not kick high, in a weaponry fight. And they'll say, here, I'll prove it to you. Here, go ahead, kick. Boom! And he's like, gosh, you're right. That was a poor idea to try kicking you. However, the Thais, they very much believe in kicking, and they're fighting with one or two swords in battlefield conditions. So they've come up with a very different conclusion. And there's some merit to what they're saying, in our opinion, at least in our experience. And we're going to be looking today at how to integrate Filipino martial arts structures, what we call Kali, and the krabi krabong structures. And so we have Kali, krabi, krabong, 3 Ks. And we call that los Triques. My idea of something funny. So the starting point is going to be some exercises that are designed to give us a feel for swinging our stick and kicking at the same time. A couple of details I want to draw your attention to with the krabi kick. Very similar to the Muay Thai kick, but it's designed to be done often while driving forward very fast, very aggressively over great distance, whereas the Muay Thai kick will be more of a stationary, ring fighting kind of a kick. Many people will step straight towards their intended target, and then when they hit, their balance is no good. We are going to be stepping to here or here. In the triangular matrix that we saw just a moment ago, this will be considered either the corner of the diamond if I'm coming forward, the corner of the outside diamond if I'm coming forward, but it also can be considered the point of the inside tooth or the point of the outside tooth, depending on what the follow-up step is. So one of the things we want to make sure that we have, developing this principle of bilateralism in all of our training, is that we can kick stepping this way and we can kick stepping this way. So you can look and say, oh, I'm doing a female triangle. That's fine. But remember, you can be planning forward. Boom, you can be planning forward. Or you can be using the kick as a probe. And moving out. So first we're going to do a little drill to make sure that we have this kick in place. So Nick, first level, he's going to receive the kick on both sides while Benjamin trains the kick, working the female triangle, what we call the snaggletooth. So notice what he did there. After warming up a bit, so stepping one side, stepping the other side, he started moving through the point of the triangle. Now my back is still sore from the other day. I'm going to ask Nick to get down to one knee. And this really is the level more where we apply. But as you kick, for example, as I kick here, boom, there is this replacement step. so that we are not just simply alternating one side and the other, but we're transitioning smoothly from one side to the other. So boom, 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 boom. And so forth. You want to be transitioning smoothly through this. Nick will notice with one knee up, there's one side which feels stronger for him and one side weaker. So if he wants to, he can start working his hip strength by shifting from one knee to the other while I am likewise shifting. So if I'm here like this, as I shift, this is a good chance for him to develop some of his hip and leg strength. Last, Benjamin, you're coming now and demonstrate. Good. Very good. So this is a nice drill to do. Give you a sense of things being a little bit different than what you're used to in terms of the basic Muay Thai mindset where he kicks and I shield and boom, and we batter each other back and forth. We're looking to prepare ourselves to be working different angles as we work than we may be used to if we're playing the ring sport of Muay Thai. Our first drill, we are going to be working in conjunction with the backhand strike, a kick with the rear leg. They are both traveling in the same direction. The receiving person is the metronome. He's simply going to go forehand diagonal and backhand diagonal. The distance is second distance. If we start at the range of sombrada or hubad, maybe a range corto range, because that's our habit of, that's what we're always doing when we're training with a partner. We just simply walk up to each other and start trying to do this drill at this range. We're not going to feel the material making sense. It won't. It's not for this range. The material is to get us across the triangle from the third dimension, where his bubble and my bubble collide. This is where most fights really start. How do I get past this? So we're looking to cover distance and use this kick. So the first thing I do is on the backhand as I step into the angle. I do not, as we discussed a moment ago, step straight towards the leg, because if I do that, in the moment that I kick, my balance is weak. I step off the line, I step on the diagonal, and do it. I make sure that I do not skip and congratulate myself because whack. I'm going to keep going and have another hit on my way out. And now that I have a sense of it, I let Benjamin get a sense of it. So he practices. So, boom, and he covers on the way out. I wait, I feel my groove. Boom. Boom. Benjamin when he's ready. Boom. Now, you're seeing here, why isn't he hitting here? I'm only me right now. Why doesn't he hit me in the leg when I kick? Hit me in the leg when I kick. Boom. Boom. He has a safety issue for his intelligence. And so what's happening is, the moment that he is dealing with the weapon on this line, I'm kicking here. For those of us who are a little more limber, can we get up into the floating rib? Why, yes, we can. As a matter of fact, some people who know what they're doing, they'll often sort of throw high to draw a response on the high line, to open up that terrible moment there. But for right now, we can just be working with the thumb. My turn, his turn. And when we're comfortable, we can do it every time. Boom. Boom. And we can start working on shields too when we come in. You see, I work my shield, he works his shield. All these variables can be worked. But the core idea, leaving out the shield for now, keep going. Boom, here. Boom. When you come in, you can place and push off a little bit. It's a nice way to train. If you're cutting in with your shin every time, your partner kind of gets a little bit crumpy. Benjamin's turn. Boom. This is the first drill. Remember, it's going to be very aggressive when we get seeing the possibilities. Ultimately, this is going to be done with aggressive closing energy. Ah, now there's an albanico. I knew those things would show up somewhere. All right, the first kick is on the backhand. We have the rear leg coming from the same direction. Now we're going to have on the forehand the leg coming from the same direction. The first way we're going to do this is, instead of stepping to the inside on the backhand, like this, what we just did a moment ago, stepping on the inside, bringing out the kick in conjunction with the backhand strike, now we are going to step out on to the outside on the backhand strike, and now the distance is such that even if he's coming at me with intention here, I'm going to be able to shear this line, and he's mostly going to be concerned not so much about this, but about this, which is coming in, and as he defends this line, that's the one we're looking for. I step out on the backhand strike, boom, and I'm coming here. That's the shot we're looking for, and keep the beat. I go one more time. I step out on the backhand, boom, and keep the beat. Now Benjamin's turn. Boom, yes. Feel my groove, step out, boom. And now we turn. Once I have a sense of both of them, I can mix it up. He doesn't know which side I'm going to. Either here, and he can come in on either side. We can come to the first one, or we can come to the second one. Boom, boom. Sometimes the need will be the distance. That will depend on how successful your crash is. Once you make that crash, you're going to find a lot of interesting possibilities making their appearance. Benjamin has a way of doing it that I don't feel entirely comfortable with, but I see that he has good results with it, and so please help us out.
When I do the first step, I do just a small step on the backhand, like this. And on the forehand, I do the big step with the same leg.
Now with a training partner, this is what it looks like. slowing it down. Notice on this kick, his head, where does his head go? He's zoning to the outside of my swing. If he goes back to the first variation of this particular kick, we will see that it comes on, his head is now on the inside of my swing. How he's dealing with the stick is he's not so much blocking force against force here, although the closer it gets to the hand, the less impact there is. There's more of a shearing idea here. Under fighting conditions, you can really take a pretty amazing shot and just let it shear down here. Because mostly I'm not throwing hard because I'm seeing this coming in, and I lack the intensity to keep this when that's coming at me on two levels. So, go ahead. On the first variation, and now the second variation. Play with both, see what works best for you. It's your head, it's your skill. That's the better. There it is. Okay, the first kick, we stepped on the diagonal on the backhand, and the rear leg came in the same direction. The second one, we stepped to the outside, and the kick came in the same direction with the forehand. Now, we're going to be kicking on opposite direction to the stick strike. The stick will be coming this way, and the kick will be this way. A lot of people get a lot of power in this. It kind of feels like what most people identify as a Muay Thai kick, like this. So once again, two basic ways of doing it. One way is I step out on the forehand. So there's a certain going right at the force kind of equality. Again, freeze. Here, put it out there, freeze. Is my head in front of it? Is my head zoning to the outside of it? As you train, first get the drill, then go a little bit harder and get a sense of what you're playing with on this. Because you don't want to do this. Boom, boom, and have it come riding in and smack you right in the face. That's important. So the idea here, so I zone here, and now, boom, opposite direction. One more time. So I step out, boom, boom. You will very often really nail the guy. Benjamin knows it's coming. But for the guy who's just looking at the stick when the stick comes in, he's looking at this stick, boom, that shot is very unexpected. I can look for the rib, I can look for the thigh. If I were limber, it would be a wonderful chance to go for the neck or for the head. But right now, boom, I can be looking for in here, also wonderful. Many possibilities according to the turn and the angle of his body. Then now we go back and forth. Benjamin's turning right now. That's fine. See, that's the purpose of the metronome. You just keep going anyway. Boom. Go. Notice how much distance we're looking to cover with this kick. It's not like we're standing here Muay Thai fashion at the outside edge of punching kicking range and just with a short circle step or arriving. We have to cover a lot more distance. Boom, boom. So the intention is to keep coming and driving in a very aggressive way. You. Boom. When he has me off balance or I have him off balance, the application is going to be to stay on him. Oh, boom, so he wasn't expecting the angle. That's going to be where we're going, because he doesn't know which angle it's going to be. These drills are designed to be done pretty hard. First you get your groove, but where the safety comes is in the training rapport that comes from working with rhythm. And as you get harder and harder, by all means, put on some headgear, so that you can really test yourself, and if you make a mistake, you're not going to get whacked in the eye or get a tooth knocked out or something like that. But the principle of rhythm and training, we establish our rapport with rhythm, and we start nice and easy. Let's stay with this last one here. So what I do is on the forehand, boom, nice and easy. On the forehand, boom, nice and easy. But after a while, then we start loosening it up. A little bit of movement on the outside in between, and then he's ready. Boom, boom, yes. So now we can sort of go more to fight modality. We're moving, And in the moment that I see him in a forehand chambers, see now we are in quarto range. All kinds of material that we wondered about. We learned it in class while I wasn't appearing in a fight. Now we're seeing a whole category show up that we may have doubted before. All right. We kicked in the same direction as the backhand, stepping to the inside. Stepping to the outside on the backhand, we came in with the forehand, kick in the same direction of the stick. Then we step to the outside on the forehand, swinging through, kick and stick, opposite direction. This time, we're going to step to the outside on the backhand and jab, and then stick and kick, opposite direction. But the same reflex that I developed to put on the second kick, which is having this hand to protect, which is to say I'm stepping out on the backhand, I need to have this here. If this is not here, I may be getting whacked as well as maybe getting in a whack on him. So the same reflex in this hand, the same skill, needs to be in place. So I backhand jab as I step out, and now, boom, here like this. No matter where this is, I'm okay. Remember, I am not receiving like this. If I give my bones 90 degrees to the force of his weapon, it can hurt, it might break. So I want to be shearing here. That's going to be fine, particularly under adrenal circumstances. I won't even notice. Maybe the next day there may be a slight soreness there, but at the moment, you won't feel much. So, boom, boom. This is very good. So let's get in some repetitions now. We start slow and easy. I'll go first. So I step outside with a backhand jab. Boom. Now Benjamin's turn. He's ready. Step out, bang, boom. Now, when you do the backhand jab, what will often happen, slow it down, Benjamin's going to come in and I illustrate, when he comes in, if I see the jab, very often I jab back. That's fine, it's easy for him to check, I'm still wide open to it. On all of these drills, you want to see what's going to happen if he swings through while you're making your move, or if he retracts. For example, if we go back to the very first kick, in the training we assume that he's swinging through as I kick, right? However, he might retract in such a moment. Boom. Well, this is fine. As a matter of fact, this is going to be where we're going to go in the first loop drill. See now right here? Boom, we're in very good shape. Lots of wonderful material is going to show up right here. No problem. But for the drill in the beginning, we're going to assume, unless otherwise specified, that he swings through. Because this is allowing me to develop my habit of cover hitting on the way out. But if he does retract as I come in or not swing through, see now actually we're in. Now I have favor, but from right here, boom, this is a good shot. Even if he puts the hand up, I'm going to try and break it. Or if I go to the puño and he blocks, I'm set for the uppercut and return. Wonderful possibilities here. So these are the basic variations. We have the backhand with the kick. I'm stepping to the inside. I step to the outside. Forehand with a kick in the same direction. And I step to the outside with a backhand jab and kick, or actually I should say, I can also do it swinging through on the forehand and kick in the opposite direction. All those variables are present. I count myself among the most surprised when I discovered just how many disarms started appearing with this material. For example, the first one here, so I come through, boom, boom. I says, oh, I recognize this position here. Here, I shoot at him, and now my particular favorite variation is I hook here to turn him, and I don't want to stand in front of him. If I stand in front of him, he's just going to rush me, close, muffle, oh no. Hey, he's got a good position. What happened? I disarmed you. I'm supposed to be winning now. So what I want to do is as I come in, boom, boom. So boom here. So if he tries coming to me at this moment, I have this here, and now this is a Lameko kind of a disarm. My strike and my disarming motion are one and the same. Boom. I hook the elbow. See, now I turn him. I scramble his eggs, and I'm gone. One more time, so scramble the eggs and stay where he can't see what's happening. Another possibility is as I come in, he no longer feels like swinging through, in which case I'm going to be here. How very easy to just shoot it right at him, saying, finish. Let's take a look at the second kick, which is to say, matching direction with the forehand. So I step out, boom. Oh my goodness, it's the very same thing. Let's take a look at the last one. So I'm stepping out, boom. Oh my goodness, it's the very same one. We are consistently able to produce this in pretty active play. Lots of fine tapes out there, lots of fine instructors out there with lots of good disarms. Don't want to spend a lot of time on the details of disarming. I'll make the point that this material does appear. Let's now examine the off lead. By that we mean having the other foot than the stick hand forward. Most people only fight with the same foot forward. It feels foolish to have the other foot forward. The fear is that he's going to whack me in this hand, he's going to whack me in this leg, and that this stick is going to be too far away. And so most people naturally gravitate to this, and the idea of stepping forward with this foot feels kind of suicidal. However, the structure has a lot of merit. Salty Dog has shown the way on this, and the material that I'm briefly going to review right now is covered much better in the krabi krabong video. But the core idea is that you are covering your head and stepping with power. You are covering your head, stepping with power, either backwards or forwards. We are going to cover much more distance with this than the other person often is used to. Most people are used to kind of a shuffling forward. And this is most often. You know, with this, we try and impress each other, the crowds, and ourselves with whatever fancy movements we've learned. And there's a lot of posturing here, but the footwork just sort of is this and this. But when we get to this structure, the amount of distance that we can cover can be very surprising. Why doesn't he hit me as I come in? Because I am covered in my windup. This is the key point in what we have taken to calling the salty strike. The head is covered, and I step in with full power. If I need to keep chasing him, same principle. Again, study this material in the krabi video. We're going to assume that you have a good handle on this. I've had some people tell me that in krabi the windup is here. I'm not a krabi man. I'm not in a position to say, but it may well be that this is a variation that was developed by Ajar and Salty. So in practicing the salty strike, there's two basic possibilities. The first of which is he's kind of an aggressive guy. He doesn't jump back as I come forwards. And so he swings at me as I come flying at him. And so I need to have it so that this protects my head. So we need to take a time to have the process of acclimating myself to he hits as I come. The core idea is so very simple. It's like a gift. Please swing. Boom. If I cover more distance, boom, it's the punya. Whether it's this or this end, that's just a question of how close we get. So if I'm here like this, boom, I hit, I give him one on the way out. One more time. So I'm here, right there. Again, stay there, that's fine. Yeah, I can of course come to follow-ups for clinch range here. you don't want to assume that the guy is going to step back and hit your hip. Most of the time he will step back and hit your hip. So you want to make sure that you always come across the distance protecting your head. So the first thing you want to do in the training progression here is have your partner swing at your head when you come across. Boom. If you step on the foot, it becomes very hard for him. We fall on you. Or you can go do more of a drive-by concept. Check. See, if he turns to follow me, I want to have this check here. It stops. Even a light shot to the back of the head here, very good. Boom, 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 boom. Be all about covering him. Many possibilities will show up. Oh, what you do here? Anyway. But the point is, do you really have to cover your head? So I'm here like this. See, a lot of people are used to lots of movement out here like this, and this is a kind of different game. You're just in stillness here. You're controlling the distance. If he initiates with a hit, boom, that's fine. So that there. But then when I'm ready, boom, 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 many good possibilities will arise. So the first level in this training, make sure that you can cover your head. Here, check. Backhand slapping kind of a motion, and here I can decide whether to enter at this moment or continue my move away. Again. Boom. Check. Notice the position here. He turns to face me. See, the boom. That checking hand is going to slow him down enough that I really have a good shot there. Or I can just move off. So boom. I get him or not as I go. Both possibilities are correct.